Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Mezco 112 scale preview exclusive X-Force Wolverine. Alright, and here is X-Force Wolverine out of the packaging, and this looks pretty badass in my opinion. This is the third release by Mezco 112 scale. This one being X-Force, the first version being the Tiger Stripe, and the second one being the brown suit version. I do have the brown suit, but I haven't opened it yet, so I won't be able to do a size comparison. I don't want to just bust it out right now. This is a really cool figure, but I do have some minor gripes with it. The costume design is really cool, the look of this figure is really awesome, but the range of motion is something that should have been improved on, because this is Wolverine. He hacks and slashes. That's what he's known for. He's the best there is at what he does. So let's just go ahead and dive into this figure. Let's take a look at his accessories. And straight out of the packaging, Wolverine comes with these two closed fists, which are really cool because you could tell on the inside that's where the blades would pop out. And the armor on the back of them is really cool. So these are the ones he had on right out of the packaging. Let's take a look at his other hands. Look at his open fists. And what's really cool about these is it's a soft plastic. Most Mezco figures have the open hands being soft. The last one I got was the red arrow, and it was really easy to get the arrow in his hand in and out because of the soft plastic. So I'm really happy with these, and again you can see the holes from his claws and stuff like that. And taking a closer look at the sheath, it's done really well with that strap going around the top and then just playing all the way at the bottom. And here's a look at the top of the sheath. It's pretty cool, nicely detailed, and it's tight in there so it's not going to fall out. And there's a look at the blade. So real clean, simple detail. And as you can see here, the sheath and the sword fit perfectly in his hand. There's no real problem or struggle getting them in and out. It comes with a pair of open hands, which is really cool. I kind of like the way they look on there. One thing I wish is we were able to take the blades out and stick them in this hand too, because that would be really cool. But these ones look really cool. Don't really know why he would be expressing these this way, but either way we got them, and that's really cool. And finally, here's a look at his claws, and I really like these. I'm really happy with these. They're actually very sharp, and they're very sleek and clean. I really like that because this is a really good representation of the claws coming out of him, because I don't think they'd be huge and dramatic. They'd be real thin and sleek like that. So I really like the way these claws came out. And here's a look at the regular head that he had on in the packaging, and I really like this one. It's a really basic look. In person you could tell that he has a 5 o'clock shadow. The camera's not picking it up too well, but I really like the way that the red eyes pop out. That's so cool. And then the menacing eyebrow, the menacing frown and the nose, it's really cool. You can see all that detail in there. And then this probably is my favorite design as far as the Wolverine head goes, the swoosh up. It looks great. This is my favorite version that I have. It looks really good in the front like that, you know, the back, and then looks really good on the side too. And then I really like that you can see kind of his eyebrows and his snarl, you know, that he's grinning underneath the mask. That's really cool. Let's look at his other head. And here's a look at his grinning head, and I really like this. This looks really good to me. Those teeth came out really good. They don't look ugly or anything like that. His snarl looks really good. The eyes are popping out. That's really cool. And then you can see the band going on the top right there. It's on both sides. Yeah, this one looks really good. Included with Wolverine is this little base right here, and it's pretty cool. Has a nice gloss finish to it. Just a simple X with a red circle. But you know what? The X, or the red, is a little light, and it kind of looks pink. But that's whatever. Cool base. Alright, now taking a closer look at this design, I'm a big fan of this Wolverine. I really do like the X-Force look. That's why I had to get this figure immediately. I have a feeling it'll go up in value a little later. But let's go ahead and dive into it. It's a really cool pattern. It's just black and gray, so they couldn't have messed up that. I do like the black and the gray and the way the red eyes pop out, as I mentioned. I do really like the leather. It has a really nice feel to it and a really nice look, but what I kind of don't like is the way the neck kind of pops out from the leather right there. But I do like that the leather is really in there. It doesn't feel like it's going to pop out at all. You know, moving around the neck, it doesn't feel like the leather is going to come unseamed or anything. So I do like the two lines going all the way through the middle, and then again on the sides here. And then if you look at the side right there, you can see the pattern. This pattern runs all the way down to his feet, and I really like the way that came out. And then you look over here, you can see a little bit of hair stubble on his arms, so that's really cool. The belt came out really good as well. The red is really popping. Looks great. The detail on the belt's really nice, the pouches. And then if you move down and look at his gloves have really nice detail. And then the design, like I said, goes all the way down to the bottom. And the leather, the black and gray look really good. And then we'll move down to the boots. And these boots kind of look silly to me. They kind of look like they'd be Cable's boots. But it's really just that front kind of gray tone. I don't really feel like that was necessary in the design, but it is really cool. It does go all the way around like that. It's kind of puffy, but Wolverine is a short guy, so these do look pretty cool on him. Alright, now let's take a quick look at his articulation. So Wolverine can look left and right really well. He can look up that much and down that much, and the neck does rotate, but I really don't want to do that at all. The arms come out that much. That kind of sucks. But you know, you can rotate up here and get a little more rotation, and you can get a 360. This does come off on the little peg right there. I did do that earlier, so I wasn't worried about knocking that off or anything. But once you get it back on there, it's all good. So you can 360, but it's not the best because that'll pop off. The arm goes up and it's really stiff. So it's a really stiff double jointed elbow. And the wrists are really good. It pops off a little easy because they're smaller, but they do have full range, 360 and hinging. Okay, so yeah, that kind of sucks right there. That's the most he's gonna go out. But I do like that he has more of an ab crunch. I do like that his chest comes out right there and you can kind of see his abs, so that's really cool. But you know, you don't want to leave him like that for too long because the leather will warp. Alright. He does have a bit of a swivel. Not much though. And again, you don't want to mess up that leather. So he can kick out a fairly good amount. That's actually pretty good. And he can kick up a really good amount. And we have a double jointed knee. It's kind of bulky. I don't really like the way that looks. No rotation there. Side to side. A little pivot. Little pivot, but not a lot. So the articulation could have been improved on this. You know what I just found out right now? I'm not sure if you can see it right there, but in between those grooves is kind of like, I want to call it an Egyptian material, but it's like a stretchy cloth. And when you stretch it, it stretches that out, but it'll go back to that shape because of that material. So that's really cool. I really like that. That's a big improvement on these figures. And here is Mezco X-Force Wolverine next to the Marvel Legend Retro Wolverine and the Marvel Legend Old Man Logan. And it's kind of funny because I didn't know Old Man Logan was taller than the Wolverine. It's kind of funny. But the Mezco one looks way better than those two. Look at his claws. I mean, come on. They look so much deadlier. They look way more realistic. Marvel Legend claws are crap compared to that, so win for Mezco. And here is Revoltech Captain America and Revoltech Yamaguchi Wolverine next to Mezco X-Force Wolverine. And it's funny because, you know, this one right here anime. This one right here, realistic. You know what I mean? That's the difference of these lines. Now, to each their own, but I'm a huge fan of the Yamaguchi line. I love every single figure I've gotten from them so far. But as you can see here, we have anime and realistic. So, to me, it's a difference of what type of shot do I want to take. And here is Mezco Punisher and Mezco Deadpool next to Wolverine. And all these guys look really good next to each other. Wolverine's shorter than the two of them, and that looks really good. These three look really good next to each other. And I can tell you right now, my next purchase is going to be the X-Force Mezco Deadpool. And here is Mezco Deathstroke and Mezco Captain America side by side with them. And they're all in scale with each other. Captain America looks good next to X-Force Wolverine, but they were never in comics next to each other. So the Mezco Tiger Strike Wolverine would look great next to this Captain America. And I bet the Stealth Deathstroke looks good next to this Wolverine, and I really want to get that figure. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Alright guys, that's going to be it for my review of the Mezco 112 scale X-Force Wolverine. This is a really cool figure. I am really happy with it. Aesthetically, this is a very pleasing figure, but the articulation is really shitty on it. To tell the truth, I was having a really hard time just standing him up like this. The ankle pivot, and I don't know, the boots, it's not just this figure, it's most Mezcos. They got to improve that that articulation on the feet. But this is a great figure. I am really happy with it. If you guys are trying to get it, I'd say go for it. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys next time. And make sure you guys subscribe, because right after Photo Combat, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So make sure you guys are around for that. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.